access cPanel. Um, from there, go into your databases, clear the scores of the game, access your FTP account, and make a quick edit to a template file. Okay, I had a little glitch right there, but now we're in here finally. So first we go to colon 2083. It forwards you over to Brodsky Designs. Now let's get into cPanel. Log in with the information I gave you. The first thing we can do, it's easiest to create an FTP account. And you can see there's already some in here. So I'm going to create a new one and call it Brandon at SmileTVGroup. Give it a password. And I only want access to public HTML because that's where everything is. Actually, we can just do root. That's fine too. So you have access to everything. I can show you more. And create an account. Cool. Now we have access to FTP. Let's go use that. I'm going to create a new one. This is in Coda. For my server, you can type FTP dot SmileTV, which actually it gives you right over here if you go to configure FTP account. It'll give you that. Either one matters. I like to do this because that's where actually the server is, but it'll go to the same thing. Type in your username, which is what it made for you. You can find that right here. And whatever password you gave it. These things are really just for helpers to stay more organized. They don't actually do anything. I'm going to save that. And now it's connecting. We can see what was the problem. Let's try FTP. And it looks like I'm in. So let's go to, there's a local and remote in my FTP client. Now I have access to all these things. Everything is within public HTML. It looks like there's some backups in here as well. So I go into public HTML and I can see my file structure. So now I'm finally in. Now the first step we have to do is we have to clear our scores. So I'm going to go over to cPanel and I'm going to go back home to the cPanel front end. Now in the cPanel front end, what I'm going to do is we need to get access to the databases. So I can go over to phpMyAdmin. And now what's going to be a little confusing about this is you guys have a lot of databases from just the past. And which database is the one that's actually being used. So we have to now find which database is being accessed. Now, just because I've seen how this works, there's like a little thing that says getscores.php, which is how the game works. So this is like our server information. This is our username for the server, or for the database, and so on. This is our database name. So it tells us right here that it's in this database. And now all the WP hyphen ones are the ones that are used for WordPress. This one is used for our game. You can see that it has a score and name and ID, and there's 87 different results. So to change this, we're actually just going to go to get a operations, and we can go over here to we want to truncate it. Here we go. We go to truncate table. Now what this will do is it'll just empty the table. Dropping it will actually just delete it, so you don't want to do that. So you just go to truncate, and you can, to make sure it works, you can go over to browse, and it looks like there's nothing in here, which is exactly what we want. So the reason why I advise not using this too much is because if you delete any of these, you're going to cause some serious issues with the site. So that's our first step. Our next step is, now that we're already inside our FTP account, we now have to create a new page template for our blog. So let's open up our blog, and we can kind of see what's being used here. Now I have to log into our admin. And get into our dashboard. Okay, so first step is to see what page this is on. We can kind of see how it works. We can actually just go over here to edit page. And this will just give us a little bit of clues about what we're working with. See if we have the right thing. Every once in a while, pages are not using page template, which will cause issues in how this is done. So I'm just going to have to investigate a little bit of how it's done. Okay, so how this is working is, it's how I said before, is to use the same thing but have it was a page template, and most things are done that way, and that's why I advise that. It looks like this is done with shortcode. So editing the shortcode will be probably what we'll want to do. It looks like the shortcode already has like a field for category. So that being said, we might just be able to just create a page without doing any code. And we can just try this out. So individual category page. As a test, and we can kind of see how it works. Now I can open this in a new page, right? Hit Command and then View Page. It'll open up in a new tab. And while I'm at it, I also want to open up Post over here. So I have these 3 tabs open. That'll help me. So this is our individual category page, which looks like it just shows the blog. Cool. Now let's see what categories we need to put on here. And if we can kind of change the look of this. looks like the category blog, which if you look in here and then you look at the footer of the page down here, or actually even better, you can just click on it. And up here you can get this tag ID 8. That's what's being right here, so everything in that category. So since we want to put a different one, so let's say the SmileTube, and we want to show only these ones, we can just click on this. We can get the ID of this tag, which is 33, and we can change this to 33, hit update, and this is our test page. Now all these should change if the shortcode is working correctly. If not, we'll have to do some investigating and see why it didn't. And it looks like it only did that one category, because now we have a YouTube video instead, which is pretty cool. So that's really how you change that. We actually ended up not having to go into the FTP account and do any of the stuff I explained before. Just in my defense, every WordPress site is different, just depending on how the theme was created. This theme happens to have this blog shortcode that's just one number change in here. So you don't have to do any like PHP or anything. Anyway, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helped. Talk to you guys soon.